Hello there. Welcome back to the podcast here at the Phoenix and the Moon. So, we're going to decode the sky and the power of the souls of the Pluto. Today's episode is all about Pluto in the first house. This is similar with the Scorpio rising energy. It's not necessarily mean a Scorpio sign on the first house, but how the planet of Pluto is in the first house. So, this is a placement that radiates intensity, mystery, and transformation from the very first impression. If you or someone you know has a Pluto in the first house, you're not just notice them, you felt. People may not know why, but they sense something powerful, and let's get into why that is. So, what is the first house? The first house in astrology represents your persona, first impressions, your physical body and energy, how you instinctively act in the world. It ruled by Aries and Mars, so it's about action, identity, and presence. When a planet is in the first house, it becomes deeply woven into how others experience you and how you initiate your life path. Um, Now let's talk Pluto. Pluto is the planet of transformation, death and rebirth, power, control, and psychological depth. It doesn't work on the surface. Pluto digs deep. It's dismantled so it can rebuild. When Pluto touches a part of your chart, it brings obsession or compulsion, deep healing potential, crises that lead to evolution, a desire for mastery. So, what happens when you place this energy right in the house of identity? Pluto in the first house people walk into a room and change the energy. They don't have to speak, they just are. There's an intensity about them that's hard to ignore. This placement creates a powerful magnetic presence, a tendency toward privacy and self protection, an aura of mystery or intimidation, a lifetime of personal transformation. Often, Pluto in the first house individuals were forced to grow up fast, face power dynamics early, or develop a strong defense mechanism. They're not here for a small talk, they're here to uncover truth within themselves and others. Pluto in the first house doesn't just affect personality, it shows up in the body and the auric field. Common physical traits or impressions might include piercing eyes, intense facial expression, controlled body language, subconscious sensuality or dominance. This is somehow someone who may not speak much, but when they do, it hits. And when they look at you, you feel it. Their presence is psychologically activating. This placement often comes with inner battles. These individuals may struggle with control versus vulnerability, trust issues, feeling misunderstood or feared, a constant need to reinvent themselves. They often go through psychological deaths where an identity or self image completely collapses and they rebuild. But this is also their strength. They are regenerators, they don't break easily, they evolve. Pluto in the first house is called to do shadow work, to own your inner power rather than projecting it or attracting controlling people. Until they consciously claim their power, they may attract narcissistic partners, power struggles, manipulation, crisis that feels outside their control. But once they integrate their Pluto energy, they become leaders of transformation, protectors of the truth, healers with presence, powerful boundary setters. People might describe Pluto in the first house individuals as intense. mysterious, private but powerful, someone you don't want to cross. Even without trying, they often challenge others just by being themselves. Their presence can awaken insecurity or provoke deep thoughts. They are mirrors and catalysts. If you have Pluto in the first house, here are some key takeaways. Own your power, but don't weaponize it. Practice vulnerability. Real strength is balance. Learn to let go of what no longer serves. Embrace your role as a transformer. Others are drawn to your energy for a reason. Use your intuition. It's a razor sharp. Your presence is a gift. You shape atmospheres. Be intentional with your energy. And if you have Pluto in the first house, in a Scorpio rising, and also like most millennials have this um, double combo, or if you're lucky you have a Scorpio rising and you have Pluto in the first house and you have a um, 20 degrees or 8 degrees, you are double whammy or triple whammy Scorpios, very platonic. So that most of some of the Scorpio rising that has Pluto in Scorpio generation are very, very like platonic energies, and you can feel them like in an instant that there are the intensity of this energy. But anyhow, if you have any question regarding the Scorpio ascendant, just feel free to comment on the comment section. And thanks for joining us on this deep um, dive into Pluto in the first house. Whether this is your natal placement, this is my natal placement, and you're experiencing it by transit, or remember, it's not about control, it's about empowered evolution. You're not here to blend in, you're here to transform everything you touch, including yourself. If this resonated with you, subscribe and share the episode with someone navigating their own transformation. Until next time, stay powerful, stay present, and keep rising.